Hello and welcome to Baering the List, an ongoing series where I use Tier Maker in order to rank things. Sometimes I come up with a list, and sometimes the lists are there and I just find them and use them. And in this case, I'm using a list that was created with various cheeses. That's right, we're going to get into some cheeses. Now, the categories for this are S, A, B, C, D, E, F, and honorable mentions. Quite the range here, including both E and F and honorable mentions. Now, this is made on Tier Maker. They're not a sponsor. I say that every time, just so we're clear. I guess what I should do for this one in particular is, and sometimes I've ranked things based on me doing a little bit of research, looking it up, and going like, oh, okay, that's what that is, if I haven't had it. In this case, let's use honorable mentions for the cheeses that I've never had. If I haven't had the cheese, I'm going to put it in honorable mention. I will say what I think about it, but we'll put it in honorable mention just to be safe. That seems fair. Might as well use the honorable mentions tab that is presented to us. So let's get into it. American cheese. American cheese, for a lot of folks, is one of the three cheeses they have. They have American cheese, they have cheddar cheese for when they're feeling like getting fancy, and then they have Parmesan cheese on their pasta. And is this all Americans? No. Is this a lot of Americans? You're damn right. Maybe their fourth cheese is blue cheese. And it is a version of blue cheese. And we'll get into that in a minute. American cheese, still good. Still good for sandwiches. Still good in grilled cheese. Fine. It's a B tier cheese. It is strong. I'm not going to go any lower than B, but I can't go any higher than B. So let's put American cheese in B. Next is Asiago. And I've had Asiago before, but I did want to do a little more research on it because it is basically the aging tells a lot about Asiago. Your aged Asiago, you might shred that, put that on salad. You might put that in food. Sandwich, I should say, food. You might put that just cheese in some food. No, you put it in a sandwich. When you're talking about fresh, that's probably going to be melted, like in a panini. I think that's an A tier cheese. This is a great like. What other cheeses are out there? Cheese. This is a good early like. Hey, I want to try some stuff that I haven't had before. That's a great cheese. Blue cheese. So I said before, blue cheese, when a lot of people think about blue cheese, I'm speaking when a lot of people, I mean a lot of Americans, they're thinking of like blue cheese that you dip into. They're not thinking necessarily about a block of blue cheese. Here's the thing about blue cheese. A little bit of blue cheese is great. You ever get a blue cheese on a burger? Just a little bit? Really changes the dynamic. A lot of blue cheese is very bad. I'm not a big fan of blue cheese. I'm going to put it in C tier. Brie. Brie is one of the cheeses like where you're like, is this a cheese? Because it's just like it's not. I didn't melt it. I didn't do anything to it. It's just oozing. And there's like cheese. The Brie for me was one of the first cheeses where I was like, oh, there's like a specific thing you do to make this great. You want to have this kind of cracker or this kind of bread, and you want to probably like this, and you want to do this, and you want to avoid that. Okay. And I think it ends up being a great cheese. I'm going to put it in B tier. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. So we'll put it in B tier. Okay, I have to look up the name of this one. Okay, so Kazu Marzu. This is something I'm looking up here. It's a rotten, putrid cheese. That's literally what it means. This is going in honorable mention because I've never had it. I would probably rank this pretty low because I generally do not like fermented bad cheese. It's not really bad, but it's meant to be. There's like larvae of flies involved in this. I'm looking it up and I'm like, ooh, I don't know. This seems bad. Yeah. Yeah. This seems. Oh, there are maggots involved. Yeah, no. Honorable mentions. Honorable mentions because I've never had it. if we're being honest, if honorable mentions was not a category here, this would be an F because I just read the word maggots. So we're gonna move on. Cheddar, S tier. Boom, S tier. Cheddar is S tier. Extra sharp cheddar, yeah, Vermont, Wisconsin, Irish cheddar. I love Irish cheddar. Really great. To me, the sharper the better. I want a crumbly cheddar. I don't want to have to like cheddar slices that bend. That's mild. No thanks. I need it crumble and break apart. Hell yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That is indeed the stuff. Okay, Kochita is I'm looking this up. This is a cheese. I have had this cheese, but I did want to research it because I was like, have I had this cheese? Have I had this Mexican cheese? Yeah, it's Mexican in origin, and it is really great with corn. It is really great in soups. It is a great cheese dip. This is a fantastic cheese, and I'm looking it up. Yeah, it is a hard, crumbly Mexican cheese made from cow's milk. Um, Firm, white, salty. It crumbles readily, and it is a grand alternative to Parmesan, says a website that I'm looking at. Yeah, that's an A plus. That's an A tier cheese. Real good, real tasty. You may not even know you've had it before, but it's great, and I recommend it. Cream cheese. I don't like cream cheese. Look, it's not F. I don't hate cream cheese. I just don't like cream cheese. I never think about cream cheese. I never want cream cheese. I only generally have cream cheese. Like, here's the last time I had cream cheese. I was on a film shoot. Fancy. I know. And they did not have any butter left. And they had bagels. And I hadn't eaten. And this was my opportunity to eat something. So I had cream cheese on a bagel. And it was fine. It was D tier. I was happy to have it. I was hungry. I did not want to eat a bagel without anything on it. I had wished that there had been butter. So we'll leave it at that for the moment. What is the next cheese we're here? Dubliner. Dubliner is a cheese that I have never had. It seems to be an Irish cheddar. Although I said I've had Irish cheddar before, it was not called Dubliner, and I believe that this is, yeah, because it's not colored. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I know of this cheese. I do not believe that I have had it. I've had the Irish cheddar I've had. I do not believe was this. I think it was mostly just more like your American cheddars. So I'm going to put this in honorable mention, but I will say it is going on my list of cheeses I would like to try. So we'll put it in there. Um, yeah, that is not a cheese I'm culturally or currently aware of. Feta. I've had some feta in some bad dishes. I've had feta in some good dishes. I think feta is fine. I'm going to put it in C tier. Feta is never a choice of mine. Feta is in something, okay, I will eat it. But it is not something that I look for. Fontanella. Ooh, Fontanella. Um, so yeah, I was like, how do I describe it? Because it's like, it's it's not a hard cheese, but it's not a soft cheese. It's a semi-hard cheese, and like, there's some good cheese dip that comes from it, because it is meant for melting. Uh, you fontanella and you think fondue a bit. You think of yeah, you think of melting it and putting it over stuff because it does melt very well because it is the semi-hard cheese. That's to me that's a B tier cheese. I think that's a good cheese, but it's not like a great cheese. I like it. Gruyere. Again, I'm using some reference here because I need to have some. I don't have the words to describe some of these cheeses because it's not something that I've ever really actually done before. Is talk at length about cheese. Gruyere is in the Swiss family. It's not when you think of traditional Swiss cheese. Um, because it's kind of like a smooth. It's basically like what if you could melt Swiss cheese? Because Swiss cheese is a hard cheese, and you're not really gonna melt it. Although people do have put Swiss on things and let heat do its work. You certainly can. Um, some people would do that for like cheese melts. Like a tuna melt or a burger melt. You might use Swiss cheese, but no thanks for me. Um, so Gruyere, yeah, I'm putting that in D tier. I don't. Hey, I'm going to jump the gun here. I'm going to put Swiss cheese in D tier too. Is it a different kind of better Swiss? Sure. Do I? I don't like Swiss. I don't like Swiss. I'm not. I don't think I might. I might not go lower than D, because there are a few in there that are going to end up in honorable mentions because I've never tried them. But yeah, right now, I think that's where it is. Um, let's talk about another one. I'll tell you right now, this is going in honorable mention. I've never had this, and I had to look it up. I've never heard of it. Humboldt Fog is a soft, ripe goat cheese. Um, and yeah, it's got a floral stuff. It has, it is it seems to be a cheese for appetizers. Maybe you have with almonds, you have with figs, you have with olive oil. It sounds pretty good. I looked at it and I was like, is this a type of blue cheese? But it's not. But it kind of made me think it might be. Um, it has a rind, uh, and I guess you can eat the rind. You know. It's a soft, yeah, it's like a soft ripened cheese. I've never had it, so it's going in honorable mentions. Um, Manchego. I've had Manchego. I know I've had Manchego, queso Manchego. Um, and it's fantastic. It's a sheep's cheese, sheep's milk cheese, I should say. Um, and it is a fantastic cheese, Manchego. Big fan of that. I'm going to put that in A. I think that's an A tier cheese. That is a cheese I like. Um, what can I say about Marscapone? I may be going through these kind of fast. There are some cheeses that I just don't have a big personal like feeling on. Um, like honestly, Marscapone, because it's just like I don't know. It's more fatty cream cheese. It's like more of a buttery flavor. Uh, I don't really like mascarpone. Uh, it's not a big fan of it. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Yeah, just not a big fan. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Going in, this would be F tier, but it's going in honorable mentions because I've never eaten it before. Is Minoletta or Minolette? There's not an A. It's Minolette. Uh, which is got this like it's hard to open, and it's this like ball because it's got this rind, and it's like also there's a reason why I haven't had it. It is considered to be one of the world's most dangerous cheeses, and I believe right now you cannot import it into the United States. Um, now I know that Kazu Marzu is actually even more dangerous than this. Uh, and I believe this has another things. This is another one of those like cheeses that yeah, I'm looking information up this like what's going on with this cheese. Because I wanted to try to be a little informed here. Um, yeah, that's like there's this rind. It's really hard to get through, and this is a French cheese. Uh, Crag counters, yeah, yeah. There are like mites involved in this again, and yeah, I'm definitely done with that shit. No, thank you. Let's talk about Monterey Jack. Monterey Jack is fine. I'm gonna put Monterey Jack in C tier because I never think about it, but I don't dislike it. I think that's where that's gonna go. That's kind of my opinion on Monterey Jack. Mozzarella, that's an S tier cheese right there. I mean, pizza isn't pizza without mozzarella. Mozzarella, love it. A plus, so therefore S tier. Unbelievable. Uh, yeah, Munster. Munster is like it's got a strong smell to it. It's a soft cheese. Um, I would put that in I guess like B or C. Right now I'm putting it at C. It could jump up to B. Um, I enjoy it, but I'm not like in love with it. Let's put it at B. Let's put it at B. I think Munster is a good. cheese. It's a good appetizer cheese. It melts. Hey, put some Munster in your melted grilled cheese, and I think you'll like it. So we'll put it in B. This is more as I think about it. Parmigiano Reggiano. Oh yeah, Parmesan cheese, man. Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is also S tier. Oh, that's a good cheese. Oh, that's a good grated cheese. Is this a cheese that you have with crackers? You think of like, oh, I'm gonna have some Parmesan. Not necessarily. But does it perk up a dish? Any dish? Of course it does. You can make okay pizza into pretty okay pizza with a little bit of Parmesan. Provolone. So this is a cheese that, like, when I think of my favorite sandwich when I was a kid, there was a deli, and you could get a port. I would get. They bake their own Portuguese bread, so I would get a Portuguese roll. I would get turkey, mayo, and provolone. And it was a hard provolone they sliced right there, uh, and from big blocks, and it would be just bigger, like just wider and longer than the Portuguese roll. And the mayo uh, was great. It was just like a lot of that. Maybe a little lettuce. I would add a little lettuce later, but really didn't need it. Turkey and provolone is go hand in hand with me. I've had it with other things, of course, other meats. That's would I want like a block of provolone? No, but when I think about like something in a sandwich, I have fond memories of provolone, which is an odd thing to say, but we're putting in an A tier. Um, okay, Romano, that's a great cheese. Is it S tier? No, to me anyway. I'm putting that in B tier. I actually don't think it's A tier. But that is a great cheese. So we'll put that there in B tier. I think that's fine. Roquefort. So this I have had. This is one of to some people this may be a odd cheese. To me, Roquefort it is a style of blue cheese. It's a specific style of blue cheese. Um, uh, and there is a difference because blue cheese is like a general category, whereas Roquefort is a type of it. It's a specific type of blue cheese. Um, do I like it? No. No, I don't. I'm putting it in D tier. C tier. Well, I'll put it with blue cheese. I don't enjoy it. It's not for me. I know some people like it. And then Gouda. Gouda is just like a great cheese. Gouda is probably the first cheese I ever had that had a rind because I probably didn't touch brie. Um, that like was served with the rind, and you're like, that's a interesting color. What's up with this cheese? And like you thought it was cheddar, and it's not cheddar. It's firm, but it's not cheddar, and it's great. It's it's a this is a good B tier cheese. So I think that's it. Um, yeah, I think cheddar, mozzarella, Parmigiano Reggiano. I am very. These are not surprises that these will be on my list. Uh, um, there are some Fontanella. I'm moving up to A tier. I think Fontanella is actually really great, and I'm not going to put it in there. I know that putting processed American cheese at B tier, some people are probably, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't even said this. Hey, in the comments below, have you tried any of the cheeses in the bottom there? I would say one of these is on my list of things to try. I do want to try this Dubliner because I haven't had this specific kind of Irish cheddar, and I would definitely be interested in that. There's definitely two of these I will never try. But let me know if you tried any of these. Is cream cheese your favorite? Am I foolish? Should I be putting Gruyere on more things? Am I overselling Manchego? Let me know in the comments below. Is Gouda? Are you good with Gouda? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if there's anything you'd like to see me do, it is November right now. I'll be doing these. The last one of these will be the first week in January because I do this, in the second, I will do 52 of these, my year-long project, and then starting in January, I will start a new project that we'll do for an entire year. That is the thing I started in 2019. And I've continued this project, so it'll be a new thing. So I still have a few more of these left to do. I know what my very last one's going to be. You might be able to guess what I'm going to rank at the last Baering the List, but I have that idea. So I still have a few more if you have any suggestions, especially if you want me to do like a Christmas one themed, like a holiday thing, like Christmas songs or something like that, or ornaments. I don't know. If there's a Christmas themed one you'd like me to do, let me know. Or Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm going to do Thanksgiving sides. I'm definitely going to do that one. That's definitely one. If I have to make that list myself, I will. But thanks so much for watching. How long we go here? Oh, this is 20 minutes. I felt that feels about right for cheese. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Leave a comment below. Share it with someone if you think that you liked them. If you enjoyed this, or you think that someone would enjoy it, feel free to share it. And thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon on the next Baering the List. Bye-bye.